Alright you guys, I'm going to make a video today explaining what the nuts is. The nuts is the best possible hand at any given time depending on the texture of the flop. Let me just pick a table here. Alright, this is really bad bankroll management, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Okay. Alright, this board right here, the best possible hand right now is 6-9 because they have a made straight. That's the best. There can't be a hand better than that on that board. Alright, to figure out the best possible hand, the first thing I look for is whether or not there's a pair on the board. There is not a pair on the board right now. So, next thing would be to look for flush possibles. There is no flush possible right now. So, the best hand would be the straight, which would be Queen 10 is the nuts right now. It's very important to know what the best possible hand is because you need to know whether or not you can be beat. If you have a really super strong hand, but you're not sure what the best possible hand is, then you might make a bad call with like the second best hand, and that's really hard to get away from, and it's really hard on your bankroll too because with a really big hand that's second best, you're gonna lose a lot of money. I should have raised, but I just sat down. I want to feel these players out a little bit. Alright, now, I just flopped 3 of a kind. It looks like a monster, but given the texture of this flop, it's good, but it's not awesome. Like, Jack 8 has me screwed to the wall right now. Alright, I'm in bad position, but these guys are kind of, I don't know, I have the opinion, I have the feeling that they're kind of weak players, so you can be a little more liberal with your starting hands if you think you're up against poor players. I'm just bluffing here, yeah. So, every time you come to a flop, you should have a mental checklist. Is there a pair? No. Is there a possible flush? No. Right now, is there a possible straight? No. So the best possible hand would be pocket jacks. I don't have the nuts. You don't get the nuts very often, but I still have top pair. It's a decent hand. Threw in a bet. Took down the pot. These guys actually play decent. Wow, I can make them fold. It's amazing. Usually when you play chips, you can't make a person fold for the life of you. At least that's the way I see it. Alright, on this flop right now, best possible hand's pocket kings, but there's flush possibles and straight possibles. I mean, they're not possible right now, but they're possible draws. Queen 10 in the dealer button. If I was under the gun, I'd fold, but since I'm in the dealer button, that's too big. There we go. Make a normal average raise. Alright, I'm just gonna play my, oh, no, 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 no. best possible hand right now would obviously be whoever has that final king to have quads. Okay, on this flop, the nuts, pocket threes. Second nuts, pocket tens. Third nuts, pocket eights. Or, yeah, or no, yeah. Not anymore though. Pocket threes, then pocket queens. Actually, there's a straight flush possible. Jack nine of spades would be everything but pocket queens. Or pocket threes, I mean. So again, I'm going to say this again. When you go into a hand, have a mental checklist. I mean, when you see the flop, have a mental checklist. Alright, right now, there's no possible or there's no pair on the board. That's the first thing you look for. So right now, the best possible hand is pocket kings. Because there's no straight, there's no flush possible at the time. There was draws, but they couldn't have been made hands already. Again, pocket jacks is the nuts. There's straight and flush draws. Straight draws with the jack nine, with the 3-4. Somebody with ace 2, queen 10, but it didn't hit. So the best possible hand right now is pocket fours. Second best is pocket jacks. It's very important that you know this. It might not seem that important because you're not going to get the nuts very often. And honestly, once you learn this concept, it's not something that you have to think about all the time, but it is it is something that has to be in the back of your head at all the time. Looks like sexy girl. Alright, I just got to read on this opponent. It looks like if they limp in, or if she limps in, you might be able to raise her off her hand. A lot of people, if they limp in, you make a normal 3 times big bet raise, they're not going to fold, not in play chips. Okay, here's a hand. Best possible hand right now would be pocket jacks, but since I have a jack, I know that's not possible. So technically, the best possible hand right now is pocket eights. Or no, I mean jack 8, and then pocket eights. When you get big hands like this, a lot of people like to slow play them. Don't bet out with them. Even though they folded and I didn't get paid off, maybe somebody might have got some clubs and beat me with a flush. I don't want that to happen. Also, it's a good play because people think that you won't bet out with trips. That if I had the jack there, I wouldn't have bet, so they might have called me with anything, but obviously they didn't have anything. Alright, on this flop, the best possible hand is 5-7. I think that's obvious. But now, since the flush hit, 5-7 is no longer the best possible hand, and actually, even the ace high flush isn't the best. The pair on the board, quads, and then queens full. That's pretty much the nut. That's pretty much a basic explanation of the nuts and how to tell. Again, the checklist is simply this. Is there a pair on the board? If there's not, is there a flush possible? If there's not, is there a straight possible? If there's not, then the best possible hand is top three of a kind or top set. Thanks for watching, guys. And let me know what you think.